Hi, I am Hichan Park, a software developer. Today I'm gonna talk about the overview of Danuri XR R2 open source 3D engine and introducing myself and my channel. Previously I already uploaded several shorts, and this is the first video that I met you on the screen. Hi again. First of all, I will talk about my language. Even though that I am not living in English speaking country, most of my video will be made into two versions, in English and in my first language. Please excuse me for my poor English, because English is not my first language. Anyway, let me introduce myself. I am the main software designer of Danuri XR engine and a programmer. And I am a professional C++ programmer and C# programmer for a very long time. I mainly use that two programming languages, but sometimes I use many other languages for special purpose, like CUDA, GLSL, HLSL, Lua, Python, SQL, PHP, and also Object Pascal was my favorite language very long time ago. DeFi was one of my favorite tools. I think many part of my developing tools and editors is influenced by Delphi. So because my main programming language is C++, and like the most 3D engines are written in C++, so also the core part of Danuri XR engine are written in C++. And Danuri engine has its own editor. The editor and the game programming interfaces are written in C#. Inside the engine, there is interface design to communicate between the core side of the engines and the front-end applications, including editor and target applications. If you have an interest in how it works and how we implemented it, you can view our source code. And I think you may wonder what is Danuri engine and where is it from, or who made it. Before you use the engine actually or view the code, you may want to know the history of the engine. You might think if it is worth to download or to try to use. Danuri engine has a long history. We developed the 3D engine software for a very long time. If I tell the history of the engine, it will be a very long story. So let me talk about that later, next time, on the other videos. Next, how about the name of the engine? Why is the name of the engine Danuri XR R2? Danuri is a special pure Korean word. It is not a common word. We don't even use that word in our daily life. I didn't even know the meaning, and I didn't name the engine Danuri. In the previous project developing the Danuri engine, there was a group of development company. Someone suggested it, and we choose Danuri for the name of the engine. I heard the meaning of the word Danuri is enjoy all or enjoy everything. There is a funny thing that in my country, there is several projects to launch space satellites. One of the projects, the name of the satellite was also Danuri. They named the satellite Danuri with the meaning of enjoying all our spaces. So if you search Danuri on the web, you may find many rocket images or satellite images. Then why we add XR to engine name? At first, the engine was for the game development or VR content development, but the game development with this engine was not so successful because there are too many nice commercial game engines. As you know, our engine was not so competitive. So we use the engine to develop our own 3D graphics applications or 3D medical applications. And finally, we got success to make many public immersive interactive applications with our engine. Immersive contents are sometimes we call it XR application, extended reality application. So we named it Danuri XR. R2 means revision number 2, as you might think. Several years ago, I made a whole new editor. So we added R2 on the name. It's a very new version of the engine. I agree that the name of the engine, Danuri XR R2, is too long and complicated. Maybe it's strange for the engine name. So you can call it simply Danuri. It's no problem. I don't care. You can call it Danuri, Danuri XR, Danuri 3D, Danuri engine, Danuri 3D engine. Anything will be okay. You can call it as you want. Then let's talk about the license of the engine. There was the project to develop a new 3D engine. It's Danuri engine. The project was funded from the government, and from the early part of the project, already we decided to open the source code to the public with the Apache 2.0 open source license. So the source code was already opened with Apache license from the beginning of the development. So there are no limitations to use it commercially. You can modify the engine with no limitation, and you can use it for the application with no royalty. It is also non-GPL license, so you don't have to open your application source code or your game source code because there is no copyleft license. How about the quality of the engine? Is it good engine? Or is it worth to use for your game development? I cannot say yes. There are too many nice 3D engines in the market. Also there are good open source engines already many people choose to use for their indie game development. But anyway, Danuri is another new one, and the important thing is Danuri engine has a stable version. Currently, the engines are running every day for the public XR services at many public places in my country. The service requires high reliability, because the people visit every day for the XR experience. So it's true that the stable version of the engine is running, and it's true that the engine is already used for the crucial public services. So is it worth to use this engine for your game development? I'm not sure. Anyway, the engine is open source, so you can check and think about it by yourself after testing it. You are free to use it as is. So what can you do with this engine, or the future of this engine is up to you, I think. Let me explain how to download the engine program and the source code. There are no public GitHub repository yet, so you have to download archive file from our webpage directly. Find the link by searching Danuri XR on the web or by visiting our page. The pages are not written in English, but you will find the English link easily from the main page and follow the link, and you can proceed to download the page. It requires your email validation. Sorry for the inconvenience. After download and unzip the archive, you need Visual Studio 2022. Currently, we don't provide any manuals or tutorials. I'm sorry for that. You have to find out by yourself how to build it and how to run it and how to use editor. But I have a plan to upload the video about the engine one by one on my channel. I hope they will be helpful for you. You may find very old video about old versions of Danuri engine on the web or YouTube. I think it's not helpful. They are incomplete engine versions, and it's very different from current R2 version. Thank you for watching. I hope my channel will help you to work with Danuri engine, and I hope this channel help the people who have interest of open source 3D engine, or someone finding another royalty-free 3D engine, or someone who want to customize 3D engine for their application, or for the student studying graphics software or graphics programming, or for professional and advanced C+ programmers or C# programmers. I hope you to find something useful on my channel. Okay, thanks for watching, and see you again.